Exercise 1.3, 7th sum. Write three numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring. Let us recall what is terminating and what is non-terminating recurring. If we consider 3 upon 5, we get the decimal equivalent 0.6. Here we can find, we get the remainder 0 in the division. So division got over, hence we say it is terminating. If we consider 1 upon 3, we get 0.333. The division is not over here. We don't get here remainder 0. But we get the digits, same digits in the same order. Therefore we say this is non-terminating recurring. A number which is not of these two forms, we call it as non-terminating, non-recurring. The question is, write three numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring. So here consider the number, we can write any number, 0.01, 001, 0001, 00001, it goes on. Here the division is not over, therefore it is non-terminating, and the same digits are not appearing in the same order. Therefore, this is an example of non-terminating, non-recurring. Similarly, if we consider the second number, it is non-terminating and it is non-recurring, hence the digits are not appearing in the same order and not repeated also. And the third number is 0.003, 0003, 4 times 03, it goes on. The division is not over and the same digits are not appearing in the same order, hence this is also an example of non-terminating, non-recurring. We go to 8th question. Find three different irrational numbers between rational numbers 5 upon 7, 9 upon 11. 5 upon 7 is a rational number given. 9 upon 11 is also a rational number given. We have to write three irrational numbers between these two rational numbers. So we converted this 5 upon 7 in the decimal form. The division is done over here. You can go through 0.7142857. It goes on. Similarly, 9 is divided by 11. The quotient is written here. Thus, 5 upon 7 is 0.714285, which can be written as 0.714285 with this bar. Similarly, 9 upon 11 can be written in the form 0.81 bar. Now we have to write three different irrational numbers between these two numbers only. We want irrational numbers that should lie between these two numbers. The very first number I have taken is 0.72. You can see 72 is 0.72 is between these two numbers. And I have followed the pattern 720, 7200, 72000, it goes on. So it is non-terminating and non-recurring. Similarly, 0.73 exists between these two numbers. Same pattern I have followed here. If you want, you can follow any pattern. 0.730, 7300, 73000, it goes on. An example of non-terminating, non-recurring. The last number I have taken is 0.74. That number also lie between these two. It is 0.740, 7400, 74000, it goes on. You can write any three numbers between these two which are non-terminating and non-recurring. There exist infinite numbers between these two which are non-terminating and non-recurring. Out of that I have taken three numbers. If you want, you can write any three numbers satisfying the condition. Question number 9 is given for homework. You can try this question at home. Exercise 1.4 will be explained in the class when school reopens. Let us learn about operations on real numbers. Operations means what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the four operations. The first point is the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number. That is, if you take a rational number and an irrational number, if you add these two, means if you add a rational and an irrational, the result will be an irrational number. Similarly, if you find the difference of a rational number and an irrational number, the result will be an irrational number. Therefore, the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. Let us understand this with an example. 3 is a rational number, we know, because 3 can be expressed in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are co-prime integers and Q is not equal to 0. Whereas root 11 is not rational number, therefore it is an irrational number. So this is a rational number, this is an irrational number. If I add a rational number with an irrational number, the result becomes irrational. Similarly, if I find the difference of these two numbers, 3 minus root 11, difference of a rational and an irrational number, the result becomes irrational. The second point is the product or quotient. The first point was addition or difference, whereas the second point is regarding product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational. If you multiply a rational which is non-zero with an irrational number, the product becomes irrational. So 5 root 7 is an irrational number. 5 upon root 7 is also irrational. So very easily we can remember the sum or difference of a rational and irrational is irrational. The product or quotient of a rational number and an irrational number is also irrational. So remember, here we have taken a rational and an irrational. The third point is regarding two irrational numbers. Two irrational numbers. So here if we find the sum, difference, product or quotient, all the four operations are taken. Sum, difference, product or quotient of two irrational numbers may be a rational or an irrational. So if we add or subtract or multiply or divide two irrational numbers, the result may be a rational number or sometimes it will be irrational also. Nothing can be said. It depends upon the two numbers which are given. The fourth point is, if A and B are two positive real numbers, remember, positive real numbers, then root of AB can be splitted as root of A multiplied by root of B. Similarly, quotient, division of root of A upon B is equal to root A divided by root B. Root of A plus root of B multiplied by root of A minus root of B is equal to A minus B. So we have to remember all this to complete the next exercise. A plus root B multiplied by A minus root B, which is, it is of the form A plus B into A minus B. The formula is A square minus B square. That is square of the first term, A square, minus square of the second term, which is root B square, which becomes A square minus square of root B becomes B. Therefore, the result is A square minus B. Here we are multiplying 2 by 2 terms, root A plus root B multiplied by root C plus root D. We are multiplying root A with both the terms. Root A into root C becomes root of AC. Root A with root D becomes root of AB. Similarly, root B into root C becomes root of BC. Root B multiplied by root D is root of BD. You should remember how these two are multiplied. Here, root A plus root B the whole square. So here we have used the identity A plus B the whole square, which is A square plus 2AB plus B square, the formula. So here in the place of A we have root A, therefore root A square plus 2 multiplied by AB. So here we have root A into root B plus B square. In the place of B we have root B, therefore square of root B. Square of a root term becomes the same term, therefore here we get A plus 2. Root A into root B can be combined as root of AB plus square of root b becomes b. Therefore, the expansion of root a plus root b the whole square is a plus 2 root of ab plus b. So remembering all these results, we are going to start with exercise 1.5. The question is, classify as rational or irrational. Some numbers are given. We have to say the number is rational or irrational. The first number is 2 minus root 5. To identify this, here difference is given. So I identify the type of the number 2. 2 is a rational number, we know very well, and root 5 is an irrational number. Therefore, the difference of a rational and an irrational, we know by the rule, difference of rational and irrational gives what gives irrational. Therefore, 2 minus root 5 is an irrational number. Here, 3 plus root of 23 minus root of 23. I have opened the bracket. I get 3 plus root of 23 minus root of 23. The numbers are equal but opposite. Therefore, they get cancelled. The result becomes 3. We know very well 3 is rational number. The third sum is 2 root of 7 divided by 7 root 7. Can be written as 2 into root 7 upon 7 into root 7. Root 7 gets cancelled. Here we are getting 2 upon 7. Clearly we know this is a rational number. Fourth sum is 1 upon root 2. This is a irrational number because 1 is rational and root 2 is irrational, we know the quotient of a rational number which is non-zero with an irrational number which is non-zero gives an irrational number. The last number is 2 pi. 2 is rational and pi, we should remember, it is an irrational number. So product of a rational and an irrational number which is non-zero gives an irrational number. Therefore, 2 pi is irrational. Second question is simplified. 3 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 plus root 2. Here there are two numbers. Here also there are two numbers. We have to multiply the first bracket with the second bracket. So here I have multiplied first 3 with both the numbers. 3 multiplied by 2 and 3 multiplied by root 2. Hope you understood these two. Now we are going to multiply with root 3. Root 3 multiplied by 2 plus root 3 multiplied by root 2. Here 3 2s are 6. 3 is a rational number. This is an irrational number. Therefore the product becomes 3 root 2 plus root 3 is irrational, 2 is rational. The product becomes 2 root 3 plus here both the numbers are under the root. Therefore, this can be combined as root of 3 into 2, which becomes root 6. Therefore, the answer is 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus root 6. All the numbers are different numbers called unlike terms. Therefore, here no two terms of the 4 can be combined. Therefore, this is the required answer. The next sum is root 5 plus root 2 the whole square. It is of the form a plus b the whole square, where a is root 5 and b is root 2. Becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square. Root 5 square is 5 plus root 5 and root 2 both are under the root. It can be combined as root of 5 into 2 plus root 2 square becomes 2. These two numbers can be combined, which gives 7 plus 2. Root of 5 into 2 becomes root 10. Similarly, you can solve second sum and fourth sum as homework. Question number 3 and 4 will be explained in the class. Now we go to fifth question. Rationalize the denominators of the following. The first number is 1 upon root 7. 1 upon root 7. What is the meaning of rationalization? Removing the root number from the denominator, choosing appropriate multiplier is called rationalizing the denominator. I repeat, the number is under the root. This root should be eliminated by choosing any appropriate multiplier. So here the multiplier is root 7. That is taken in the numerator, also in the denominator. The same number should be taken above and below. So 1 into root 7 upon root 7 into root 7. 1 into root 7 is root 7. Root 7 into root 7 becomes 7 here. Therefore, the root is eliminated from the denominator. Any appropriate multiplier can be chosen. It is better take the same root number as the multiplier above and below. Here the root is eliminated. We are getting root 7 upon 7. The second sum is 1 upon root 5 plus root 2. When there is a plus sign or minus sign, together we should take with negative sign, opposite sign in between. That is the appropriate multiplier. Root 5 plus root 2 is given, plus is given. Therefore, in between minus sign with both the numbers we have taken as the multiplier. So, it is multiplied above as well as below. So, 1 into root 5 minus root 2 becomes root 5 minus root 2. The denominator is of the form a plus b into a minus b, which becomes a square minus b square. It is root 5 minus root 2. Root 5 square is 5 and root 2 square is 2. Therefore, 5 minus 2 becomes 3 here. If you want, I add one more step here. Root 5 minus root 2. Root 5 square is 5 and root 2 square is 2. Therefore, we get root 5 minus root 2 upon 3. So, here you can see in the denominator there is no root number. Hence, the given 1 upon root 5 plus root 2 is rationalized. Similarly, you can try second sum and fourth sum as homework sums.